everybody. So I'm so annoyed because I spent a good, I don't know, 30 minutes. Okay, that doesn't sound like a lot, but I spent like a good 30 minutes ranting about this topic, and maybe it's a good idea that I'm starting over now. But the lighting was terrible. I mean, this lighting is, hopefully it's good enough. Should be, it's bright as F, and I'm just staring at the light. Today's topic is Gotham. The Gotham fandom. Me and my Tumblr friend were talking about this. Their name is Mad Hattie. You've probably seen their speed paints, and if you haven't, then you should definitely check it out. They do, like, lovely... I think they've done Flash, Arrow... I know I'm missing some. And then, of course, Gotham. But you should really check out their videos. I'll put a link to their YouTube in the description, but they do, well, speed paints, and then they talk over them, which her voice is lovely, so you definitely should check it out. But anyways, her and I were talking, and she mentioned that she wanted to do I think we were both talking about it, but we both talked about saying that we wanted to do a kind of a Gotham timeline of how we got into the fandom, so that's what I'm doing now. So sit back and listen to me rant about all the crap that has happened thus far in this fandom. Okay, so how did I start into this fandom? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I don't know, a few years back, I wanted to get into the show because I was always a fan of the movies. That was the main reason as to why I got into it, was because of the movies. No, I haven't read the comics. I just had like one comic, which it's not hanging up anymore, but I found it at like a store when I was younger, but like a grocery store. It was like just a simple Ra's al Ghul comic with Batman. Yeah, so anyways, I started watching it. Of course, first episode I was shipping Gobblepot. I don't remember if I looked up fanfiction of them or not. I don't think I did, but I was shipping them hardcore, and then Edward showed up, and that's when I was like, man, this guy is freaking brilliant. The character's brilliant. Everything about him is brilliant. So I decided to start a blog about him. I don't know when I created that blog. It's not even a year old yet. I think at the beginning of this year I created the blog finally, and then decided to get into the fandom, which I am very glad that I did. I was in the Hannibal fandom, but I didn't make a blog about it. I just kind of reblog things. And so this fandom was really the first fandom that I got into. Like, that kind of summarizes it. I was Gobblepot, and then for Ed, and then of course Nick Mollipot came along, but I'll talk about that later. That kind of summarizes my storyline to getting into Gotham. Then I, started reblogging more things, and then tried to be more into the fandom, and that's when I got sucked into the vortex of doom. And then about 6 months ago, I made the Nick Mollipot Stress, which a lot of people agreed with because everyone was going crazy. We're still going crazy over Nick Mollipot, and that's what keeps me alive in these times of darkness, the void of life. So there's that. Let's talk about the drama first. Drama, like, of course Supernatural has drama. I've heard about all their drama bullcrap, but this fandom has a lot of drama too. Like, we're quiet, except for Monday nights. That's when we go crazy, because we're like a volcano that erupts, and then I think Pompeii was the name of the city or something. And then, so we're the volcano, and then every other fandom's every other fandom's Pompeii, unless the volcano's named that, but there's a town, we're the volcano, and we just erupt and explode, and then we go quiet after Monday ends, unless something crazy happens. But of course there's gonna be drama, but that's to be expected in every fandom. This stuff is bullcrap. Everyone's saying it's queerbaiting and insulting the actors. Like, what are you doing? I don't want to get into too much of it, but it's not queerbaiting. Please stop being mean to the actors, and people are mean, blah blah blah, that happens. I mean, not so much in the Hannibal fandom, but this was the first drama I've experienced, and then of course I've received asks that people are not too fond of me sharing my opinion, which, I mean, I guess I kind of get it, but at the same time, they're like, you shouldn't be sharing your opinion, but I can share mine. Okay, whatever you say, person. But pushing that aside, I really love this fandom. There's like a lot of beautiful art, beautiful fan fiction. No one in here is afraid to get down and dirty with fan fiction. Like, there's murder and blood, in which I'm like a fan of those things because I like those kind of movies and reading those kind of stories, and of course that's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's mine. There's that, and something I also like is the blogs that is around the fandom. People make a lot of beautiful videos as well. I think I might have mentioned that. But specifically, we all are kind of like a family. We all know each other pretty much. We all know like whose blog is whose, and of course who's the top dogs or the more familiar bloggers. I don't know. Like, this is the first fandom that I've been in that is this close, and that I've felt as close, because I mean the other ones were just kind of crazy, and we're kind of a small fandom anyways. Monday nights people stream. We all get together and watch the show online, so a lot of us are getting to know each other and then voice chatting and all of that, and I don't know, it's a different experience, and I don't know where I'd be without this fandom. There's a certain blog called like a Ask Edward and Oswald blog, and they do drawings in response to people's asks, and something that I love about that blog is a lot of people will ask serious questions. Whoever made that blog is answering them as if they were Ed and Oswald, and it has helped a lot of people. Certainly, like, it really warms my heart because they don't just blow them off. They're being serious and genuine, and I think a lot of people appreciate hearing it from their favorite characters because a lot of us can relate to the characters, and I know I can definitely relate to Edward in a lot of ways, and that's why I have a blog of him. I don't know. It's a different fandom that I've never been a part of any other fandom that's like this, and perhaps there's other fandoms that do this, but I really love this fandom, and if you also agree with that, let me know in the comments, because, or make a video to this. I would love to watch anyone's response or timeline of how they got into Gotham and how it has affected them in a good way. I feel like this fandom has made me grow in several ways. I've been a lot more, I don't know, it like has changed me for the good. And I hope the show gets renewed, and if it doesn't, that's okay, because we're going to still keep going, but with our own stuff. Keep going with the blogs and videos and fanfiction. Because, like, when does that stop people? I feel like this fandom is different, and while we have that bullcrap with people, doing that drama and all of that, we are kind of like a family, I already mentioned. Also, like, why are you still in the fandom if you're gonna cause crap? I just don't get how people can hate a character but still roleplay him. Unless they're just being joking and like, oh, I hate him. But I don't know. Like, there were moments where I hated Dexter, and I still liked him in the end. Because people make mistakes and characters make mistakes, and they're not pure, no matter what community they're a part of. They're not going to be pure. They're going to murder and they're going to get hurt. No one is excused from life. So, that's my, like, blunt way to put it. So I kind of just wanted to get my thoughts out on that, and I'm sure a lot of you agree, and maybe you're not even in the Gotham fandom and you agree that fandom has changed your experience on life. I don't know where I'd be without the Gotham fandom. I'm super glad for all of you who messaged me about the show. It's wonderful talking. I know I'm kind of hard to talk to because I either send long paragraphs or whatever, but I do appreciate being involved into anything. I can't wait to see where this fandom goes. So I think that's all I have to say, and the camera's dying as I said. Thank you for watching this. I know I'm ranting most of the time. So if you have any topics you want to talk about or video ideas or something related to that, go ahead and comment them or message me them. I guess that's all I can say for now. Yeah. So thank you for watching.